In this video, I will be exploring muscle memory, in particular what happens in your brain when this process occurs. This is explained through both an analogy throughout the video as well as a live progression of myself learning to write upside down. This experiment occurred over a span of 3 weeks and started slowly, with many mistakes. Through practice, however, it became an automatic process that became quicker over time. When we first perform any movement, whether it be learning how to write, tie a shoelace, or even something like weightlifting, it requires a lot of mental effort and concentration. It may even feel really awkward in the beginning whilst learning the correct way to undertake the task. With sufficient practice, however, the movement or task begins to get easier, requiring less of a conscious effort as we gain stamina and neuromuscular efficiency. This process has been explained by psychologist Dean Ware, who states that the messages that travel the same pathway in the brain over and over begin to transmit faster. Our brain is literally grooving a new neural pathway in order to retain new information, such as learning to write, tie a shoelace, or even weightlifting. This process of rewiring and reorganizing our brains is muscle memory, also called neuroplasticity, and it makes our brain-to-body connection stronger and faster. Our brains literally manipulate themselves in order to store all of this information. Think of it like this. On your daily commute to school every day, you have to walk through a small section of dense foliage. There is no clear path, however you are determined not to walk the extra 15 minutes to get around this small roadblock. You value your precious sleep too much to wake up earlier. The first few days of walking through, you get a little lost and have to concentrate on every step you take, zigzagging your way around trees and bushes. Nevertheless, you still make it to the other side. After 2 to 4 weeks, a distinct muddy brown path has been etched in the Earth's surface, and you no longer have mysterious scratches all over your body. This scenario is a physical example of your brain's neuroplasticity. The dense foliage that was once in front of you has suddenly disappeared and a distinct pathway has appeared. Just like when you practice a task repeatedly, your brain forms new neural connections and pathways and reshapes itself to hold this new information. But sometimes, it can go wrong. You see, muscle memory is based off of learnt behaviours, so it is entirely possible to learn something the wrong way. When this occurs, you have to consciously relearn or retrain yourself to complete it correctly, even if it makes us feel uncomfortable having to concentrate on the task at hand again. Let's think back to our analogy here. You wake up one day and you're running late, very late. When you get to the bush once again, instead of taking the distinct path you have taken for months now, you decide to cut straight through the middle instead of zigzagging like normal. In order to start on this new path, you have to concentrate on every step again, swatting branches out of your face as you weave your way through to the other side. This is the same as when you learn something wrong the first time. Maybe your shoelace isn't tied tight enough or your weightlifting form is about to lead to serious injury. Just because a new neural pathway has been formed and it has become more of an automatic process doesn't necessarily mean that what you're doing is being performed correctly or in a safe manner. When this occurs, we have to consciously think about what we are doing again to form a correct neural connection. Either way, you must be willing to step off of the beaten track in order to create a new, more correct neural pathway that will become automatic once more.